Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Women's Day celebrations of the Oman chapter of ICAI. Today, we honor the strength, resilience, and achievements of women across the world. This day is a reminder of the incredible contributions women make in every sphere of life, from the home to the workplace and beyond. We unite here, empowering each other, breaking barriers, and creating a future of equality and opportunity. Here's to celebrating the women who inspire, lead, and shape our world every day. On behalf of the Oman chapter of ICAI, I welcome all of you to this majestic gathering. Let's begin the event with the ICAI motto song. I request all of you to kindly stand up.
Yaesha supteshu jagrati Yaesha supteshu jagrati Kamam 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 Pusho nirvimana Tadeva shukram Brahma Tadeva Pritamucchare Tasmin lokaha Shataha Sarve taduna Tyadikashchan Etadvaita 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 Etadvaita
Thank you, everyone. May I now invite CA Sangeeta Suresh, Secretary, Oman Chapter of ICAI, for the welcome address.
It's my absolute pleasure to welcome all of you to this International Women's Day celebration, which is followed by Ramadan Iftar. Today, we come together to honor the remarkable contributions of women in not only accounting and finance profession, but in every sphere of life. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI, has always been committed to fostering diversity and empowering women professionals. Today, ICAI has crossed 400,000 CA members all across the globe. And there are more than 950,000 students who are pursuing the CA course. Out of this 400,000 CA member, every third member is a women chartered accountant. And out of 950,000 students pursuing CAs, the girls pursuing CA has enormously increased, and now it is at 44%. Women in our field have continuously broken barriers, led with integrity, and inspired the change, whether in the form of leaders, entrepreneurs, educators, or mentors. They have played a crucial role in shaping the financial landscape of the nation and beyond. As per the recent road to India's 8% GDP growth, passes through the precondition of increasing the women workforce and also by improving the labor productivity. I am just pleased to share some initiatives of ICAI here. Women and Young Members Excellence Committee has been working tirelessly for further strengthening the professional acumen and competencies of the women professions. all across the globe by providing events, webinars for all the women chartered accountants. Placement program for the women is noteworthy here. And also, the first ever CA Awards had been introduced for the women in the year December of 2023. And we are proud to say that recently CA Ashwini Saurikar, the past chairperson of ICAI Oman chapter, had won the CA Women for this year. And we do have among us CA Priti Savla ji, who is a chairperson of Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. Thank you, ma'am, for being here and raising this occasion. Now, I would just ask if any of you know who is the first women accountant of India. Shiva Bhovan. Very good. I'll just share a short story about her. Our Shiva Bhovan was motivated and inspired by the call of Mahatma Gandhi, and she and her friends went further, participated in the non-cooperation movement, and she was imprisoned. During the term in the prison, it was there she had a desire to become an accountant. It was a field which was untouched by women so long. And inspired, and also with the help and support from her elder sister, she registered for the government diploma in accountancy, and subsequently she became an accountant by creating a history of becoming the first Indian women accountant in 1933. She underwent articleship training, and subsequently she had a desire to start her independent practice. Now, it was at this time that British government enacted a law saying that people who are or who served imprisonment are not entitled to be registered themselves as an accountant. But here Shiva Bhovan, ma'am, she filed a writ to squash the act of British, and she got the verdict in her favor. And it is interesting to note that there has been a file in her name of Shiva Bhovan, Delhi. Sorry for this. So thereafter she started her own independent practice, and it went so long that once ICAI was formed in 1949, she got enrolled as a member. And she went further and got elected as a member and chairperson of the Southern Regional Council. At that time it was known as Madras Council. And she served as a chairman for 3 consecutive years. Now, why did I share the story of Shiva Bhovan with all of us here? It is that we all are chartered accountants and we can very well relate to this. And not only that, similar to her, we are honored to have with us a distinguished guest, Honorable Dr. Kiran Bedi, who has also created a history of becoming the first female IPS officer. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us for this evening, and also going to share with us your inspirational journey and experience. Thank you. So now today, I would say that it's a landmark event for ICAI Oman chapter. There are 2 reasons for this. One, ours is the first event where Honorable Dr. Kiran Bedi has graced our occasion among all the overseas ICAI chapters. And secondly, I assume this is CA Priti Savla ji's first overseas visit after she has assumed the role of chairmanship of Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. So we are indeed proud to have both of them here today among us. While we celebrate our achievements, we must continue to strive for inclusivity, equality, and opportunities for all. We women are shock absorbers, multitaskers, mediators, leaders, in whatever sphere we are in, whether it is at home or at work. So I would say that we all should give a pat on our back for all the achievements that we have received until now, whether in whatever sphere, whether work or at home. But not forgetting the men who have supported us. This event is also one of the kind where the event has been planned, thought of, organized, and being conducted by the women members, which you are going to witness shortly. So I am proud and happy to say that we have a group or team of women members who come together and spring to action and work tirelessly to make such an event memorable for all of you sitting here. And we are going to have some professional learning as well as entertainment in the form of quizzes. So there are lots of prizes also to be won. Of course, not to forget the support extended by my male managing committee members, led by CA Gaurav Kapoorji as chairperson, who were always there to support whenever we required it. So once again, I extend my warm welcome to all of you who are sitting here. Without you all, this event can never be a success. So let's make this International Women's Day a celebration, a memorable and impactful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeeta. I'd like to invite Shri CA Gaurav Kapoor, Chairperson, Oman Chapter of ICAI, for his special address.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's working, right? Ramadan Kareem and happy International Women's Day 2025. For you, ma'am. We had the last budget event around a month ago or slightly less. And I asked my members that we are going to have a chief guest. And I just had to say 3 words, ma'am. First, IPS woman. That's it. And the answer was absolutely loud and clear. And then we formally informed the other members who did not or were not able to attend physically the events. So that is your stature, your magnitude, your brilliance of the years and years of good work and hard work that you have done. With this, I welcome you on this special occasion. I also welcome our Central Council member and Women Wellbeing Chairperson from the Institute's subcommittee that has been formed, and she is chairman of that as well. So welcome, CA Priti Salvaj. The Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, had put up a vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. And he has absolutely clear on this when he said that women are going to play an equal, if not greater part, if India has to achieve the nation of Viksit Bharat 2047. And we are all sure about it that without their support, we will not be able to achieve it. So men here, you take that, and as much as you can support them and they can support us, collectively we will be able to achieve it. He also mentioned that women will remain at the forefront of all the 3 pillars, be it economic, be it social, as well as technological. Last and but not the least, he also said, this is the time and this is the right time. So make sure we use of this time. How many years left? 22 years? The time will fly off. Our next generation will be in that 2047. And we want to make them live in Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you. I know we have the spouses of our members, be either way, apart from the fact some are both chartered accountants. But just to embrace or bring to the attention of the spouses who are not chartered accountants that your spouse represents the largest accounting body in the world. They are amongst the one representing approximately 282,000 Indian chartered accountants across the globe. So you can now calculate what's the global population and what percentage of your spouse qualifies into it. I'll not go into that numbers. ICAI has always taken leadership role. And I will have to say, because we have first IPS woman officer here, so a lot of first has to be there. Otherwise, it will not be justice to my sharing of information with you. ICAI always take leadership roles, and couple of recent leadership roles that ICAI has achieved is it was the first accounting body in the world to frame 23 forensic standards. It was also the first in the world to guide people on remote auditing in 2020, and many, many more, right? So I'm just saying few here to embrace you that as ICAI does so many things for the first time, we as Oman chapter of ICAI are also proud to do things which are unique and which are done for the first time. With due respect to ICAI, which is still searching for their first woman president, the Oman chapter of ICAI was the first overseas chapter to have first woman chairperson in 2013-14, Madam or Miss Anuradha Venkat, who was the chairperson during that time. Not only that, we are the only chapter so far who had 3 chairpersons as women chairpersons, and I'm the 17th. So you can imagine that we are one of the chapters who take pride in having women as chairpersons. All of you know that in few months the change of the leadership at the chapter will come. And as part of this role transition, and this is something which I had not dreamt of when you come into the committee. Committee, is 8 persons managing committee. One of the key roles of the chairman is, apart from doing the CP events and all what you see here, and what you do not see, and this is what I wanted to share, is to identify the leaders who can succeed him. The first chairperson would not know who would be the 16th chairperson, but he should be able to identify and make him build it to the level that, yes, this one and the next one are capable of taking that leadership role. And that's how the organization continues to work. And why I shared that, I cannot say anything at this point of time, but I'm proud that at least within the managing committee, I do see that there are 2 or more people who are able to take that leadership role. And that's what I leave it, the legacy to go take it forward after I had finished my tenure as chapter chairperson. Apart from that, we Oman chapter also takes the pride of being the first chapter, overseas chapter, to organize the first ICAI GCC conference in January 2025. The chapter, apart from the technical events, which I said is organizing, also takes pride of both giving back to the society as well as the well-being of the chapter members and of course their families. And we were also the first chapter to have a well-being club that was launched on 1st July 2024 to take care of the well-being of the people or the members, and where I now understand that there is a specific work-life balance committee specifically created by ICAI this year to look after the welfare of the members. I said about we also take pride in giving back to the society. Our chapter is only the unique, not only the unique chapter, but is also the first chapter who initiated the CFO mentoring program to facilitate the local community here to develop them to be the leaders for the future. Any of these initiatives that I said was not achieved in a very short period of time. All these initiatives took 2 years, sometimes maybe a year, or maybe 2.5, 3 years. And that's where the leadership I taught, or I mentioned about that, it has to continue. Your tenure is 1 year, but the discussions that takes place at the back doors between the managing committee and how you translate that into action once, even if you have gone or not be the chairman and the next chairperson or chairwoman takes it over, is something that needs to be inculcated into any organization. With this, thank you very much for being here. I had to say about that Dr. Kiran Bedi is the first woman to be representing an overseas chapter, which has been mentioned by my colleagues here. So once again, welcome Dr. Kiran Bedi. Sorry, I forgot to mention about some of the personal touch that we have always been hearing about her during our college days, in the newspapers or over the news channels. And I was telling her, वो कितना मसाला लगाते हैं या नहीं लगाते वो हमें नहीं पता है. But knowing her that she is from Amritsar, from where my deceased mother was as well, and they both have actually studied in the same college. I came to know yesterday. I didn't know about it before. And it was just, giving a special feeling inside the heart. I even went home and told my wife and told kids in the morning. They had slept by the time I reached home. So these things just brings together. You make, you don't know people, you know people, and then you make relationships out of it. And you are truly a motherly creature for me as well. So thank you very much for gracing our occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. It's time for our first session. May I take the privilege of inviting our guest of honor, CA Priti Savla, onto the dais. I request CA Badri Subudhi, Treasurer, Oman Chapter, to escort CA Priti ji onto the stage and welcome her with a GIY kit. Can we have the AI, please?
Today, we are honored to welcome CA Priti Savla, a trailblazer in accountancy and governance, and a Central Council member of ICAI. A visionary leader, she has chaired the Women and Young Members Excellence Committee and the Sustainability Reporting Standards Board, while serving on the Board of Discipline. Globally, she is the sole Indian representative on the IFRS Foundation's Sustainability Standards Advisory Forum and has chaired the SAFA Sustainability Board. As a public interest director at NSE Clearing Limited and an independent director for leading companies, like Sun Pharma, IRB Infrastructure, and Harthi Drugs. She has redefined corporate governance. Her dedication to social impact shines through her roles at the Social Stock Exchange, DSE, and the Institute of Social Auditors of India. A prolific speaker with over 500 lectures, CA Priti has launched transformative initiatives like ICAI called Sahayata, conceptualized social audit standards, and established the CA Women Excellence Awards. A mentor to women professionals restarting their careers, she is a recipient of numerous accolades, including awards from parliamentarians. Let us warmly welcome our esteemed speaker to the vibrant city of Muscat as she takes the stage to inspire and empower our members on this special occasion of Women's Day.
Thank you. It's indeed our pleasure to have you, ma'am, over here. We're going to witness a fireside chat, and I would like to invite CA Astha Rangan, past chairperson of Oman chapter of ICAI, to join on the dais to moderate the session. Welcome, CA Astha-ji. Over to you.
Check, check. Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see so many members here and so many women members with all the spouses. I welcome each one of you here for such a interesting and wonderful session today. We have excellent guests and speakers with us today. You know, I always used to admire being part of Women's Day celebration, name it International Women's Day or our Omani Women's Day, which is celebrated on 17th of October. So basically in Oman, we celebrate Women's Day twice in a year at a large scale, but yes, daily we are going to celebrate, everybody celebrates Women's Day daily in their day-to-day lives. So, you know, as we heard the introduction of Priti ji just now, we could see her vibrant profile, being an experienced chartered accountant member, having more than 25 years of work experience. If I am right, you had qualified CA in 2000. So I was completely wowed at your profile when I saw you being a representative in so many big corporate houses and being part of so many committees, and the first chairperson of the Women and Young Committee of ICAI. That was completely like wonderful when I read about you. So it's very nice to have you among us, and probably it's the first time you are coming to Oman. So from my heart, I would like to welcome you and would like to hear a lot about, you know, how you had accomplished that, you know, various tasks and how you have attained, you know, these positions and elevated at this level, leaving behind a lot of men in the competitive fraternity. Yeah? Okay. So, you know, when we talk about women, mostly we think about beauty and glamour. Right? That's how it is when we go out. But today, during this chat, Priti ji, we will try to redefine glamour, not just, you know, elegance or beauty, beyond that, you know, like power, you know, like resilience. You know, we need to tell the audience that how a woman can go beyond its limits and redefine the world around her. So coming to some of the questions we are going to talk about, before that I would like to highlight on the theme, the motto of International Women's Day 2025. Does anyone of here has an idea what is the motto of 2025 International Women's Day? Anybody? Yes, exactly, ma'am. Perfect. So this year's motto is accelerate action. So when we look at Priti ji, we do look at her profile and we see how fast she has, you know, accelerated her, you know, achievements, so that she left behind many of her, you know, people who started the professional journey at the same year, preferably. So Priti ji, I would like to ask you, like as a chairman of the Women and Young Members Excellent Committee, what one key initiative you had taken of which you feel very proud of?
Thank you, Asta ji. And at the outset, let me compliment Oman branch, Oman chapter, the overseas chapter, for organizing this women program, the celebration, and making such a wonderful arrangements. I am seeing everything is so much meticulously planned, and everyone is, you know, knowing their roles, and specifically they are actually performing the best. So my compliments to Gaurav, the chairman, and Sangeeta, who is coordinating entire event. So my compliments, and I request all of you to carry them with loud applause. The galaxy of past chairmen who has built this foundation, and this managing committee is taking it further. And I am also privileged to have Kiran Bedi ji over here, the first IPS, and it was always my dream to have her and share dice along with her. So, madam, it's really privilege for not only Oman chapter, but for Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to welcome you here, and thank you for accepting our invitation and being here. So, thank you very much. Coming to this, I was discussing with Sangeeta how to go ahead about the session. They were allocating some, say 30 minutes or so. So then what I requested and felt, let us have this in fireside chat format, because, you know, talking and all of you listening, you know, it's like, I don't know how much it will be, you know, nowadays, you know, we want everything so quick. So let us have this this session very interactive, and something to take out about it. So I was being given the task of 2 years back, rather now 3 years back, to chair this women and young members empowerment committee. The committee has been formed in institute in the year 2014, and the founder chairman of the committee is the current president, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda. And I have been, and at that time I was in WIRC. It was my second year in WIRC. I was treasurer at that time, and we had conducted one RRC at Goa, and more than 100 female participants. And when I was given the charge of this committee, the first work I have done, it was Women Members Empowerment Committee. I requested to the president, Mr. Aniket Talati was the president who has given me the charge. I said, why we want the word empowerment? The women are already empowered. So let us change the name of the committee to Women Members Excellence Committee, and it was like unanimously passed in the council, the name of the committee, Women Members Excellence Committee. And the one thought which I brought to the council, one agenda, and it was very difficult to pass that agenda in the council, because she has said me only one thing I have to tell. You know, otherwise we have done a lot of work in this committee for women members. The one thing, it was very difficult for me to get through that agenda. I have seen in the council in my 3 years, say I am in the connected with institute since last more than 18 years, being as a part of branch or region or council. I have seen we have various awards. Whether not only like branch, chapter awards or region awards, but CMIB members in industry award, CFO award, like that. We have various categories of awards, but hardly any women members gets the awards. And we have done some surveys and the research for women members. And as it is rightly said earlier by Sangeeta, we have about 30% of female members. Out of 4,15,000 members approximately, we have 1,22,350 female members. And we have about 4,55,000 girl students at present. But when coming to the women members and while doing the surveys, the story of Oman is different. But overall what we have observed, about 50% female members are not occupied fully in the profession. and the women at leadership ratio is, can you imagine what is the ratio of women members at leadership positions? It is less than 3%. And to recognize these women leaders and to motivate others to become the leaders, we wanted to come out with CA Women Excellence Awards. And it was a journey of 3 months to bring in the committee, pass through the committee, bring in the management committee, pass through that committee, bring in the council and get through, and we got it, and we started with 6 categories of the awards, and 2 years we have completed, and that is one of the achievement for me to bring this CA Women Excellence Award. Other than that, we have also given platform and the opportunities for the women members by having this 100 Sky High Symposium episodes, Yashaswini and Idol. Yashaswini means a successful women, and Idol is the full form like inclusivity, diversity, opportunities and leadership.
We would like to hear from you, Priti ji, about the whole process so that, it gives information to all our female members. And if more members are eligible, like Ashwini ji, then definitely one of us will definitely apply for the same. Yes, Priti ji.
So, very interesting question. So, ICAI, it is how tough the exam is. ICAI CA exams are the 8th toughest exams of the world, and so is everything at ICAI. It is not easy going anything, right? So for awards also, the selection of the awardees is a process. Everything has a process in ICAI, and for selection of awardees also has a process. What is this process? It is a 3-layer process. So we get more than, we have this 6 categories of the awards, and in each award, each category we have to select only one awardee. And we have 3-layer process. We have received more than 100 applications for the awards. So the first layer for the selection is, so we give about a month, 30 days for the for application. You can file the application. First layer is the technical review. So we will distribute this to the members to review. So each technical reviewer will get not more than 6 to 8 applications to review. And we have the set process and the procedures to award the marks for that. So some 5-6 categories, buckets in which the marks to be allocated, and that is also predefined. So everything is, so for first level, the technical review will review in detail these applications. They will award the marks for each application. Then there is second level, which about 7 to 9 members, senior level members sit together, and they will review the work of the technical reviewers, whether they have given the marks properly or they have the power to add or less, and it is a collective decision. No, it is not only one person can change, add or less the marks. And then the third level is a jury, in which the one will be the jury chairperson of very high credentials, and there are jury can be of 5 to 7 to 8 members, and need not be chartered accountant, but the members of very high credential and stature. And then the work of the earlier group will be reviewed by jury, and then they will select, and accordingly the awardees are allocated these awards.
Yeah, that's actually.
And then again it will pass through the women members committee meeting, WMEC meeting. It will be passed through that committee meeting also.
Yeah. So how do we apply for, like, let's say I want to apply. So
this year awards were presented in WOFA in the month of in January end, 31st and 1st February we had this WOFA. So almost we have applications were invited in the month of November. So it will, like, accordingly it will get.
So basically there's
So
a portal.
everything is on the portal.
Yeah.
We have developed a portal and everything is on the website,
Great.
Women Portal.
So I believe the video is ready. Let's look at the key initiative. What an amazing feat by CA Priti ji, and incredible work done for the committee. A big round of applause. So I feel there should be some kind of passion behind doing all this. It doesn't come automatically. So we would like to hear from you, your passion, your journey, and how you, tried to come to this level.
So I always, as regards to passion, I always believe there are two school of thoughts for passion. One is all about what we want, what is our passion, and we pursue that passion and we achieve our goals. And another school of thought is that it is not necessary every time we can do what we want to do, and then whatever comes on our platter, we actually pursue that and we achieve out of it. That is another school of thought. So as regards to myself, when I was in school, if I can go little backwards, when I was in a school, I was always been school topper, and during those times in say 90s, I cleared my 10th in 92, and whenever highest marks we get, we always pursue science, and I always wanted to go in science and pursue engineering. However, my father took my admission in commerce college, and I came to this commerce field, and I was actually not well in 11th and 12th standard, and the doctors were not able to diagnose what is a problem. We have went to various very good doctors, orthopedic surgeons, but no one was actually able to diagnose what is happening. After say 1.5 years, one of the doctors said everything was like stopped. I was not able to eat anything, not drink anything, and everything was stopped. And we went to a doctor, and he's a very new doctor, a surgeon. He said it is some infections in the body, and she has to get immediately surgery within 24 hours, otherwise she will be no more. So we were so shocked, and we went immediately to another doctor, and then we came to know yeah, there is some serious, very serious problem. I got immediately admitted in Hinduja hospital in Mumbai and got surgery immediately. And it was like after the surgeries, after 7 days in the hospital, it was about 6 weeks complete bed rest. I cannot turn left or right, everything was on bed. And during those times, my discharge was, I remember, on 4th February, and 8th February my 12th standard exams was supposed to get started. So I said, my father, I want to give my 12th standard exams, otherwise it's a board exam, otherwise my 1 year will get waste. So, and I said to my family members, so everyone said, no, you cannot give. because what will happen, sometimes if you get up or sometimes here and there. So, but my father supported. He went to board's office, he went to center's office and ensured within 2 days to get the permission to install a bed in the in that center, at that center, and install the bed. 6 days I went in ambulance to the center. I wrote my 12th standard exam by sleeping and I got clear. And at that time, all family members during those times come to meet. So one of my friend's mother came, and then my friend suggested, he has joined the course. He suggested, why don't you join CA course? And accordingly, then as per his suggestion, I joined CA course and I came into the CA field. So this is how, again, what happens in our families like Gujarati and Marwadi families, the marriages happen very early stage. So my final was due again in November 99. So before 6 months, my father said, no, now you have to get married. So then November, I wrote my exam. December was my marriage. And in January, at the age of say 21, 22, I got married. And the results came after my exams and I cleared the CA. So that is the passion what you have said. Ki what comes on your platter, it was not possible, and at that time we have never argued with our parents, right? Ki no, I don't want to do that, I have to go to this college. So whatever has come on our platter, if we pursue that and make that as a passion, and we can actually have our goals, that clear goals in our mind, we can actually do that, so we can pursue and achieve what we want.
Great inspirational story. Yeah, lot to learn from you. What I personally feel that in every woman there is a fighter. That's how the God or the nature has made us. Wherever we go, we try to overcome all the barriers and build our own path for success. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing this insight. I didn't know about your journey. So, coming to when you completed your CA and got into the profession, you would have joined as a, joined a corporate or an audit firm. So, getting married and getting a results after that, work-life balance is one of the question which is always around a women. So we would like to hear from you how you are able to manage it, how you are able to balance things around you, and you are able to attain this, positions in ICAI.
So when one gets married at the age of 21, 22, what, that girl will be able to speak in front of parents or in-laws, it was very difficult. But I always wanted to do something, achieve something. And during those times, a lot of relatives come at home and we have to prepare a lot of things. So that was, and even at least I was getting opportunity to do something around CA field. So I started practice, and along with that, I also used to do a lot of work at home also. And whenever the relatives used to come, I used to get up early, do all the work, make some preparations, food preparations in the morning, say 5:30 to 7 early morning, so that there is no like questioning or to us.
I can understand that.
So that it takes 2 to 3 years to gain the confidence from in-laws during those times, because it was always a joint family system. So see, here in Oman it will be always a nuclear family, and lot of members have come from ICAI, like members have come from either Mumbai or India and settled over here, and not be having joint families. But you can imagine the situation, maybe this is like 25 years back. And after that, we have my husband is also a chartered accountant, Savla, He is also past president of Chamber of Tax Consultant, and we always have written articles in newsletters, journals. By one professional organizations, we have received Best Article Award for consecutive 5 years. And then we said, please do not give to us because otherwise others are actually not getting, and we stopped them. So professionally, we have always been at like speaking since then. At study circles, we used to have in our vicinity. So we always been the speaker, both of us, in different areas. My topic was audit. Para's topic was always tax, and accordingly we started. So study circles have supported us to the great extent. Then in the meantime, in 2006, Thane branch was been formed, and we decided that one of us should be part of it, Thane being the nearby. So I joined Thane branch, and then got into the region, that is Western India Regional Council, and I'm the chairperson of WRC during 2019-20. I had never thought of to become a central council member in my dreams. Never I will be CCM. However, my son was like, when I joined Thane branch, he was about 3 years old, and I used to take him along with me in various activities of the branch, like Foundation Day celebration. He also used to perform, so that he is like not feeling alone at home. So he was always been part of it. However, one thing I have realized over a period of time, to have a great support system, whether it is at your office or at family. And sometimes I feel that 80% of the work we can get it done from our support system and the subordinates. And we should get the things done from others. And 20% of the time, 20% of the work we have to do. Sometimes I have seen various members, everything they want to do themselves. And some work which is of someone else, junior can do, they are also doing that work. So then what happens? In that case, your time is actually going in that, and then you are not able to do the work. You are not having time for yourself. So have good support system, so whether at home as well as at your office, so that you can do lot of things further. Have time for yourself. So I got in 2014, I got opportunity to become this independent director, and because even the Indian this companies law and SEBI and all have made it, one of the reason is that made it mandatory, and having good knowledge of this corporate governance and all. I have already completed 10 years of my directorship in couple of companies, and once you are there, you always get the opportunity with other. One of the member was asking how you become independent director. So, and again, as our institute is teaching us ethics and integrity, so there is no shortcut to anything. We cannot achieve anything in very short span of time. It is always a process. Like, so our foundation is ethics and integrity, and that we have to follow in each and every walks of life. And over a period of time, you will get the success in whatever way you, means whatever your goal is. So again, I always was, because of work, I have, as I have suffered is during my student days, not a single student, if he has some query or some issue, I am the person who will ensure that that query is being sorted anyhow. So whether it is relating to exam or anything else, student registration or anything and everything. And that is how a person can, what I am feeling, because I have always got the highest votes, and I also don't know how I am getting highest votes in all election, whether it is regional or central.
This clearly shows the leadership qualities in you, right? Very interesting questions. Probably everybody might be thinking about it. Now, if I could fast forward to 2030, we would like to see you as a president, the women president of ICAI. So, one round of applause.
Thank you.
A central council member is sitting in front of us. So we would like to hear from you, what are the challenges that until date ICAI could not have a women leadership at the top?
So definitely going forward, ICAI will have women leadership, what I foresee.
Inshallah. Okay, since we are running short of time, so there are quick, fun fireside questions, rapid fire we will have, and then we will conclude with it. And audience can also ask some of the questions. So, like, if you could have a coffee chat with any women leader, who would it be?
I had a very good coffee chat, and again we have our India finance minister is also a woman.
Wow. Great,
So Nirmala Sitaraman. So
Yes, indeed. She is well known for her leaderships. Yeah. Okay, next is work from home or office. What is most productive for you?
So I will always say it is a hybrid thing, which is one of the best thing. Work from home also you can do what work you can do, and sometimes going to office is also becoming necessity. So you can also network with the members, with your fellow colleagues, and get the things done also. What others are facing the difficulty, so they will come and we discuss. However, when we are working from home or working from across world, so today yesterday when I landed, in the afternoon I had my meetings like two committee
Work from
meetings.
Muscat, basically.
So it's work from anywhere kind of thing.
True, true. So if you could give a TED talk on any topic, what it would be?
So I have, because of institute, I would say, and because of the council, I have gained a huge knowledge on sustainability. So, sustainability is one of the topic now which is very near to my heart, and which I would like to discuss and spread a knowledge and awareness.
Exactly.
I have also 1-minute video which you can showcase. This is a very sustainability awareness video I will share with you, which you can display after this session.
Sure, sure, definitely. So one last question. One thing you wish more women would do to accelerate actions in their careers?
So I would like to describe for the women to accelerate their career by giving an example. All of you like 3D movies. What is 3D movie? We wear the goggles, and in the movie when something is been given, balloons and chocolates, sweets are coming to us like. So what is this 3D? 3D is comprising of what? It is your desire, your determination, and your dedication are these 3Ds. So you desire for something, and you should have very clarity of your goals, because sometimes I feel that we are not having the clarity of our goals, what we want to do. We are just running day and night, or just doing the work without understanding. So I want to achieve something in, say, a span of 3 years or 1 year or 5 years. So clarity of goals and your desire has to be defined. It has to be very clearly defined and written somewhere where you can see on daily basis. So desire, then determination. What is this determination? You determine this thing I want to do, and and daily what steps you are doing for achieving your larger goal and dedicate yourself to achieve that goal, I am sure what all your dreams are there, that will come to reality.
Thank you so much. We have so much to take away from the sessions. Yeah. Your presence has been a real admiration and, motivating for all of us, that most of the men sitting in this room are all speechless. I can see that. Yeah. So let us give a big round of applause to Priti ji for making all the way to Muscat and spending time with all of us. It is indeed appreciable.
Thank you very much.
With this, we'll end the fireside session. Over to you.
Thank you very much for inviting me and having this discussion. I thank you for patient hearing, and I'm sure you would have got something to learn out of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was indeed an engaging conversation, CA Priti ji. And many thanks to CA Asta ji for moderating the session very well. It was a session which inspired us to accelerate our action towards equality and progress. Desire, determination, and dedication, the 3 Ds, which will take all of us a long way in the way forward. Thank you so much. And I request CA Badri Subudhi, our MC member, to kindly give a GIY kit to CA Priti ji. Thank you so much. This concludes our first session.
Now, let's move on to the next session. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a moment we have been eagerly awaiting. It is my utmost privilege to introduce a remarkable personality, a woman of resilience, leadership, and inspiration, Dr. Kiran Bedi ji, a true pioneer, India's first women IPS officer, and a symbol of leadership. She has redefined the path of justice, inspiring millions with her dedication, courage, and relentless pursuit of social change. I kindly invite CA Abhishek Vaishya, Student Affairs Lead, to escort Dr. Kiran Bedi ji to the stage, along with CA Unmesh Boni, Vice Chairperson, Oman Chapter of ICAI. Let's welcome them with a big round of applause. I kindly request CA Unmesh ji to present Dr. Kiran Bedi ji with a GIY kit. Can we have the AI, please? Can we have the AI, please? Dr. Kiran Bedi, a trailblazer and India's first women IPS officer, has redefined leadership and service. As the 24th Governor of Puducherry and a UN civilian police advisor, she has championed fearless governance. An IIT Delhi PhD holder with a Nehru Fellowship, she is also an acclaimed author. Her latest book, Fearless Governance, is translated into multiple Indian languages. A former Asian tennis champion, Dr. Kiran Bedi ji has been honored with the Magsaysay Award, Asians Nobel, and a Gallantry Award. Her life inspired the biopic, Yes, Madam Sir. For over 30 years, her foundations, Navjyoti and India Vision, have transformed lives in rural urban areas and prisons. Recognized as India's most trusted and admired women by Reader's Digest and The Week, she continues to inspire through her YouTube channel, Demonstrative Learning, offering youth programs, book readings, and celebrity interviews. Kiran Bedi is a true icon of courage and change. Let's warmly welcome our esteemed speaker to the vibrant city of Muscat as she takes the stage to inspire and empower our members on this special occasion of Women's Day. And now, we have an insightful session ahead, a fireside chat with Dr. Kiran Bedi, moderated by none other than CA Sangeeta Suresh, Secretary of Oman Chapter of ICAI. Before we begin, let's set the tone for this discussion with a special video, The Winds. Over to you, CA Sangeeta, to take it ahead.
Thank you, Alina. So good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to have among us a trailblazer, a reformist, and a woman with immense resilience, Dr. Kiran Bedi. I would say from being the first woman IPS officer, bringing about radical changes in the prison, and leading Puducherry as a lieutenant governor, your story is nothing short of inspiring. So it is our pleasure and honor to have you with us for this evening, ma'am. See, Dr. Bedi, you have had an inspiring journey from being India's first female IPS officer to serving as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. Can you share a defining moment in your career that has shaped your leadership style?
First of all, beginning by saying how wonderful I'm feeling being here in Muscat and amongst such brilliant, very, very brilliant women. A profession I could have never made it because I had no numbers in my head. So you are brilliant and no comparisons. You've done the world proud, and each one of them done India proud. I want to thank you for all being where you are. Thank you. I want to also thank Sangeeta for ensuring I'm here. How well she persevered with me and pursued with me. And also third, wonderful hearing Priti. I'm very inspired by your story also, your indomitable spirit. Thank you so much, learned so much, loved listening to you, Priti. I will like to celebrate when you become the chief of this organization as a woman. You have all the credentials. And I'm sure Sangeeta will inform me. कि मैं वो So हम लोग celebrate करेंगे when she becomes the chief. And Sangeeta will inform me, ma'am, she made it. You've earned it and you are climbing towards it. And you've got age on your side, so I'm sure you'll make it. And you have all our prayers for it. Yes, you have our best wishes, but you have earned it. You are earning it by your own hard work, by your perseverance. And I think you already moved towards that destiny with support systems. You got the right pattern. You got the right design of your life. And you've already learned it the hardest way. You know, let me show you quickly a difference between Preeti's life and mine. Hers was much harder. Mine was easier. I'll tell you 3 reasons. When she grew up, what did she not have as a woman? Freedom. She did not have the freedom. Secondly, she didn't have freedom to make choices. She had the third thing only, as some purpose in your head, कि मुझे कुछ बनना है, बस. तुम्हारे पास freedom नहीं थी, तुम्हारे पास choice नहीं था. Daddy was deciding for you. है ना? मेरी life में तीनों थी मेरे पास. That is why I grew up suddenly above. So that was the difference. My parents gave me the freedom, they gave me the choice, and they gave me the purpose. And I adopted all the 3. They gave me responsibility to train, these are defining moments in the sense. I've grown up in freedom, I've grown up in choices, and I've grown up with a purpose. And the 3 things have remained with me so far. I've valued all the 3. I valued my sense of freedom. I did not let anybody come into freedom of choices in my life. If I think something should not be done as far as I'm concerned, I won't do it. Unless you convince me that it's a better way to do it, and I will take it. But if I feel this is the best way, I won't take it. I will do it. Whatever the pressure and consequences, good or bad. But by and large, it was safe and good, because I was leading people. So I think what Preeti's life and mine was, that is why I said, Priti, your life was harder than mine. Because I grew up in freedom of choices. When I played tennis, and you talked about in the winds, I was traveling all over the country as a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, all the boys in the barracks. I was the only girl sometimes, not afraid of anybody. They were afraid of me, कि कुछ शिकायत ना कर दे कोई गलत. So the choices were mine, 3rd-class compartments were mine. Purpose was, I am not going to grow up dependent on anybody. I'll be like a provider. जैसे वो है provider, मैं भी provider. I will be a provider of my family. And I'll be a provider to the society. As a girl, I grew up. And the defining moments were when I was growing up, and my father was influential in his city of Amritsar. And people used to come to him for help. And then I realized, if my father can be the go-to and can resolve issues and be powerful, why can't I be like that? I will also be a go-to, where I can be of help to others. And then a lot of police matters came to my father, where policing was corrupt, policing was biased, and they would say, मुझे बचा दो, मेरे पर opium डाल दिया, थोप दिया और जेल में भेज दिया. Our milk woman would come. So all these things I used to hear. And I said, this is something which is not to be tolerated. So it was being influenced by these go-to daddy. So I said, I'll be the provider of that. So these were every change which I saw, it was sensitizing me. Not knowing this is not a boy's job, a girl's job. No way, because there was freedom of choices in the house. And my father used to tell me, sky's the limit. You go as far as you want. There are no limitations. And he was a very good reader. Every day, a lot of positive reading. So positive reading, he would read and share. Read. Sometimes I'm fast asleep. And daddy would be reading sometimes till late at night. And he would read something very nice. And he would come say, ut, beta, ut. हाँ पापा, half asleep. Yes पापा, बेटा ये मैंने तेरे लिए पढ़ा है. तेरे लिए पढ़ा है बेटे. मुझे सुना के inspire करके चले जाना. So he was, and I still have his books where he's read certain pages 5 times, 6 times. He's underlined it 6 times. And how do I know it 6 times? Because he used to have a color pencil. जो होती थी ना 6 बॉल पेन होते थे, color green भी, yellow भी. So every time he read it again, he would underline it with that color. So I still have it. meant वो चीज़ उन्होंने 6 बारी पढ़ी. So it was father and mummy was sky's the limit. उन्होंने कहना था तूने पढ़ते रहो, इधर उधर कोई आने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ पढ़ो और खेलो. मैं हूं ना तो पढ़ो. So मामा भी पढ़ा रहे हैं, डैडी भी पढ़ा रहे हैं, खिला भी रहे हैं, तो और जिम्मेवारी भी दे रहे हैं कि you are a responsible person. So I think what Pritis did not have and what girls are not having sometimes still, being controlled in freedom. Because when I got freedom, I got the courage to do, courage to take risks. So freedom, as I said, choices and purpose. And purpose became of social good. It was not a selfish life. It was a life of giving. So giving life, this is what, I think that's where I said, Priti's ki life mein, her life was harder. And any girl who does not get this, you are making her life, parents are making such women's life harder. Because look, after that, she got married at the age of 20. How she readjusted her own life. She took her exams, of course, from the your medical situation is very, very touching. But how, when you got married at the age of 21, you restructured your life. This is what I say. Women are the biggest migrants in the world. Why? They migrate from their own home of parents to another home totally new. And she migrated. So she's a migrant. I was not a migrant. I refused to be a migrant. I said, certainly, मैं नहीं छोड़ने वाली. तुमने आना आ जाओ, मैं नहीं जाने वाली. तो वही हुआ, वो भी आ रहा है, मैं भी जा रहा हूँ. तो हमारे 2 घर हो गए, एक नहीं. When we got married, I told my husband, we'll have 2 homes. One of my career and one of yours. And in my career, I made sure that my family was, my parents were never left alone. मैं वो अमृतसर मैं अकेले क्यों रह रहे हो? मेरा घर है ना, तो चलो इकट्ठे रहते हैं. So my parents moved to Delhi and we started to have the same home. And my Amritsar house remained with my husband. So we had 2 homes. So this is it. I refused to be a migrant. So मैं क्यों अपना घर छोड़ूं? And that is where my support system came. Not realizing कि ये मेरा support system बन रहा है. क्योंकि मैं तो घर ही आ रही हूँ अपने मम्मी डैडी के पास. और अगर वो मेरे पास सपोर्ट सिस्टम नहीं होता, यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी? अगर मेरे पास वो सपोर्ट सिस्टम ना होता, सवाल ही उठता कि मैं 24 घंटे काम करती. और मेरी जिंदगी में मैंने 24 घंटे ही काम किया. 1 घंटा भी ऐसा नहीं, रात भी, दिन भी, दोपहर भी, कोई पता नहीं. लेकिन मैं घर जब आऊं, मेरा घर, मेरी माँ है ना, सास नहीं, माँ. तो मैं अपने घर में थी ना. लेकिन जब मैं सास के पास जाती थी तो मैं ऐसे ही करती थी. मेरी सास भी मेरा ऐसा ही ध्यान रखती थी. और सबको, बाकी को, मेरे हस्बैंड को भी, मेरी सिस्टर इन लॉ भी कहते थे, किरण जैसे बनो, एक दिन भी ज्यादा नहीं करती है. सी, सो मैं ये कह रही हूँ, ये है लाइफ में डिफरेंस. मेरी एम्पावरमेंट और लीडरशिप शुरू होगी जन्म से ही. लेकिन जब जन्म से ही शुरू हो जाए तो रुकेगा क्यों? जब मैं देख रही हूँ यही तरीका है सही है, तो मैं रास्ता क्यों बदलूंगी अपना? मैं नहीं रास्ता बदलती, मैं अपना रास्ता बनाती गई। बट वो अलग बात है कि जब मैं आईपीएस में गई तो वहाँ कोई सारे सीनियर्स थे, जूनियर्स थे, बड़े बड़े रैंक्स लगाए हुए, और वो सोचते थे कमांड एंड कंट्रोल है। मेरा होल एटीट्यूड टू पुलिसिंग डिफरेंट था, क्योंकि मैं एक नरम दिल की गई थी। मैंने पुलिसिंग की, ट्रेनिंग इक्वल की, सब कुछ इक्वल किया। मेरे पास चॉइस थी कि ट्रेनिंग अधूरी आधी कर देते, हल्की कर देते। मैंने कहा सवाल ही नहीं उठता, डोंट डिस्टर्ब माई ट्रेनिंग, आई डू द सेम, बिकॉज आई विल वर्क द सेम एंड डिमांड द सेम। क्योंकि कह देंगे अरे आधी ट्रेनिंग करके गई है, इसको इसलिए कंट्रोल रूम में बैठा दो। मैं क्यों कंट्रोल रूम बैठूं, मैं भी वहीं बैठूंगी तो तुम बैठ रहे हो। सो इसलिए क्योंकि ट्रेनिंग इक्वल की, द रेपुटेशन केम that she has done everything equally and rather better than many boys, because I was a tennis champion. I used to beat all the boys, they used to lose from me. So they were looking up to me as somebody they read in their general knowledge books. Yeah, they had to read about me to be in general knowledge books, because UPSC would ask them, who is Kiran Bedi? Oh, she's an Asian tennis champion. So they general knowledge mein number nahi to fail ho jate, so they knew me. So you see, I carved my own way. So these are all defining moments.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very nice to hear about your background and the defining moments. Now, I would ask you have always emphasized on discipline and integrity. So how can the young professionals cultivate these qualities in their daily lives?
If your purpose, as she said 3 Ds. She said desired, I would add one more D to you, is devotion. So make it 4D. So you have the desire, the determination, discipline. Discipline is another. When your purpose is clear and you're very passionate about your purpose and realize ये मेरी life है, उसके आगे कोई रुकावट आएगी तो मैं उसको देखूं, इसको डील कैसे करना है, हटाना है, ओवरकम करना है, समझाना है, क्या करना है, करेक्शन करनी है. सो माई विजन वॉज वेरी क्लियर दैट आई हैव टू बी ऑन माई ओन. मैंने कभी आज तक अपने हस्बैंड से कुछ नहीं कभी मांगा, नहीं कभी नहीं मांगा. मैंने अपने इन लॉ से कभी नहीं मांगा. जो उन्होंने मुझे दिया कोई ना कोई तरीका ढूंढा उनको वापस देने का, क्योंकि मुझे उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं थी. जैसे मुझे शादी हुई थी, मेरी मम्मी ने कुछ मुझे जेवर दिया, वो मैंने कहा मैं इसको संभालूँ कहाँ, मेरे पास कोई लॉकर भी नहीं है घर में, कुछ लॉक भी नहीं करना, क्योंकि काम और सिर्फ सेवा. जो सैलरी आई वो बैंक में जा रही है, माँ घर चला रही है, माँ घर चला रही. सो मेरी माँ, मुझे नहीं पता, मेरी माँ मेरी सेविंग, मेरी सैलरी को सेव करी जा रही है, बिकॉज घर मम्मी चला रहे थे. सो मुझे तो ऐसी चीज़ों को संभालने का ना ही तो पहनने का टाइम, ना उसकी वैल्यू समझ, ना उसको संभालना, कहीं चोरी ना हो जाए. मैं जाके कहती थी बीजी इसको आप संभाल लीजिए, मेरे को संभालने की जगह नहीं है. माई वैल्यू सिस्टम वॉज टोटली, वाई, बिकॉज आई वॉज रिलायंट ऑन सेल्फ, नॉट एनी एक्सटर्नल थिंग्स. सो मैंने कभी किसी से मांगा नहीं, और सब हर टाइम मौका ढूंढा मैं किसी को दे कैसे दूं, किसी को दूं. एंड माई हस्बैंड वर वेरी स्मार्ट, ही वॉज वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ प्रेजेंट्स. So I used to win his heart by giving him presents. He used to love presents because he used to love asking for me कि किरण मेरे लिए ये लाएगी किरण, तो मैं लाती थी. So अच्छा अगर तुमको ये अच्छा तो ले लो, लेते जाओ. So I think अपनी ये जब आपका ये attitude change हो जाता है, तो discipline is linked with your purpose and how much passionate you are to achieve that purpose. Then all other things get balanced. आप वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस पूछते हो, मैं आदमियों से पूछती हूँ वो आप वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस कैसे करते हो जी, आप बताओ. आस्क द मेन, हाउ डू यू बैलेंस? सेम वे वुमेन विल बैलेंस, फिनिश्ड. ऑल मेन आर वर्किंग, aren't they balancing? Well, women are also working. I want to ask you, tell me how do you balance? I want to learn from the men today. बताओगे? We are balanced. But we imbalance elsewhere. This is it. So how are you balancing? This is the key. I think it's now time to learn from each other. Not to compete with each other, but learn from each other. Obviously, it's collaborative learning. Learn from and be of value to each other. जिसकी जो situation है, आज वो करें. मान लो, the man knows how to cook more, better. And the wife is doing work from home. Let him go and cook. And keep the food ready. Saying, food ready, come on. That's it. It's the way you do. And if he's at work and she has time, and she also knows well cooking, she cooks, she does it. It's not because it's a man cooking or a woman cooking. It is who has the time to cook. Who has the capability to cook. Who has the capacity to cook. Who has the capacity to help the children to do. Whoever has it, that's what balance. Is whoever has that strength to do and orientation to do. Nowhere is it now gender division. When a man and a woman are working together, both are equally empowered. Now they are duty bound to empower each other. Each other. They are there to empower each other and not disempower anyone. And the very moment you disempower a man or a woman, that's when the imbalance happens. And when the children see the balance at home, both do, then they also learn to balance, because then they also become home support. They don't pressure mommy, daddy for this. They also say, mama, daddy is also doing, we also doing. But when they see everything pressurizing on man or a woman, whoever it does, then they also go after that. So do the elders do that. But if elders also see in the house that the two of them are balancing each other, strengthening each other, they'll also balance. They will support grandchildren, saying, so they will also step in. To my mind, this is the need of the hour. So it's not one sacrificing the other, one empowering the other.
Thank you, ma'am. That was a very inspiring message for all of us. I would say that we should be supporting each other. Man and women should be empowering each other. That's a very good message. Thank you, ma'am, for it. Now I would just go in for some policies that you have come as reforms have been done. You have brought about many reforms in policy, especially during your tenure as DGP in Tihar Jail. What were the biggest challenges you faced and how did you overcome them? And also adding to that, how difficult was it for a lady policeman, especially dealing with criminals face to face in India?
I loved my work. I knew my work. I upskilled myself on a regular basis. I remained up to date. I remained fit. I had a lot of stamina. And I had the skill. Skill what? To make teams, create support systems. And I love what you did in your chairman said that. Your chairman, I loved Mr. Gaurav Kapoor said, how they are preparing their successor. मैंने कहीं नहीं सुना कि इंसान prepare करता है successor को, और आप कर रहे हैं. यही तो करती थी मैं. I also prepared my team कि एक दिन मैंने तो चले जाना है. You have to go on succeeding. So अगर मुझे कोई इनाम आता था, I never took it unless it was a team award. Asian Games traffic management, when it went on very well in 1982, there was an announcement of some Jyoti Award, Asian Games Jyoti Award. And people, individual officers got it for doing very good traffic management. I was DCP traffic at that time, जिन दिनों में grain का बाद निकली थी. So DCP traffic थी, और मुझे Asian Games went very well because we did an excellent job as an organization. Down from DCP to constable, everybody did their job with total dedication. That's why we succeeded. And the best part is I delegated a lot. That's what she said. You delegate. I used to delegate. What my junior can do, you do. I trust you. You do it. You you're in a doubt, check with me. But otherwise, I trust your judgment. And each one, and I told them, you are all DCPs. I'm one of you. This is a rank, but I'm one of you. You are a DCP of that area, you are in charge. So I made them feel they are the final authority. And if it was a sub-inspector, I would send him to a lieutenant governor's meeting, saying, go, because I didn't have anybody else. And Lieutenant Governor said, oh, a sub-inspector who's coming in my meeting. He said, sir, ma'am ने भेजा है और मैम पास कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं एक ही डीसीपी ट्रैफिक थी उन दोनों में और सारे जूनियर्स मेरे थे, तो मैं जूनियर्स को हर जगह मीटिंग में एक जगह मैं थोड़ी जगह जा सकती, सो मैं उनको भेजती थी. So it went on so well on Jyoti Award came. When Jyoti Award came, they said, Kiran, आकर अवार्ड ले लो. I said, नहीं, ये मेरा अवार्ड नहीं है, या तो अवार्ड दो डीसीपी सारी ट्रैफिक यूनिट को, अदरवाइज मुझे नहीं लेना है. सारी डीसीपी, मैम मुझे मेरे ऑफिस के नहीं, मैम नहीं जाकर ले लो, आप ले लो. ऐसे नहीं, ये तो सबका अवार्ड है, या तो सबको मिले और सबके एसीआर अप्रेजल में लगे उनको ज्योति अवार्ड मिला, तब मैं लूंगी, नहीं तो नहीं लूंगी. उन्होंने कहा ये रूल नहीं है, तो मैंने कहा फिर मैं नहीं लेती, मैं नहीं लिया. हमारी सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को पता चल गया मैम को अवार्ड से मतलब नहीं, उनको मतलब ये है कि हमको मिला कि नहीं. सो आई थिंक दिस इज लीडरशिप. अगर आप ऐसे एंगल लें तो आप तैयारी करते रहते फ्यूचर की, एंड you move on while memories are left behind. So my whole policing approach was not command and control, not hierarchical, not arbitrary, but very consultative, very collaborative, and that's a typical woman's nature. I did not change my nature. I did not become like those people of old times of policing. So I said, no, why should I change my nature? Why should I use the wrong words in speaking? I continued with my own decency, civility, and connecting with the people. And every morning I used to be with the constabulary in one police station or the other to learn from the constabulary, because I knew my juniors know more than I know. I am only 26 years old, 27-year-old, or a 30-year-old. They have been serving for last 25 years. Who knows policing more than me? They may be in head constable or a ASI. I was to go to a police station every day to listen to each one of them. How was your day? When they used to morning briefing at 9 a.m. Every morning I used to leave home at 8:15, and after that reach any one police station by surprise. No senior would ever go to a police station and leave home at 8:15 to go to a police station. I would go from home and go to any one police station, and all my police stations were waiting. Pata nahi madam kis police station mein aa jayegi. It was a surprise. My wireless did not tell anybody madam ki position kya hai. Said jab pahunchungi tab bolungi position Nangloi police station. So पहुंच के I used to just join them in the briefing. So roll call ले रहा है, SHO roll call ले रहा है, मैं उसके साथ खड़ी हो जाती थी. वो roll call ले रहा है, सुन रहा है, मैं भी सुन रही हूँ. सुनते सुनते उनकी बात सुनती हूँ, और फिर कुछ प्रश्न पूछना है तो फिर मैं पूछती हूँ. I am learning every day, every morning. और ये नया आइडिया निकला, मैं उसको उसी वक्त इनाम देती थी. मेरा रूल ये नहीं था रिकमेंडेशन भेज देना मैं सैंक्शन कर दूंगी. मैं सैंक्शन वही करती थी. ये ले इनाम, that's it for you. Why should I delay an award? That is why I never realized that my policing was not out of a textbook. It was developing as a woman leader. And that is why, और जब ये different policing हुई, uniquely different हुई, नया कोई ना कोई नया आइडिया मुझे रोज मिल रहा था. मैं नया आइडिया करके न्यू पुलिसिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट, क्राइम प्रिवेंशन मेजर लाती थी, नया. अगले दिन नया न्यूज पेपर में आ जाता था. तो मेरा रोज पेपर में आ रहा है, आदमियों को आ ही नहीं रहा कुछ. वो लोगों को, मेरे कोलीग्स आ ही नहीं रहा. वो कहते अरे ये बड़ी पब्लिसिटी हंग्री है, ये इसका नाम रोज आ रहा है. तो मैंने कहा जो मैं कर रही हूँ तुम भी करो ना. नहीं ये तो इनडिसिप्लिन है, रोज थाने में जाना, कांस्टेबल को इजाजत लेके आपको दफ्तर में मिलना है, तुम ही सीधे जा रहे हो, वो तो इजाजत ही नहीं ले रहा. तुम तो उसके साथ बैठ के उसको उसी वक्त इनाम भी दे रहे हो, फाइल पे नहीं चढ़ा रहे. मैं क्यों चढ़ाऊं जब उसने काम किया, मैं उसी वक्त देना चाहती हूँ. So all these new measures of good policing became different style of leadership, and I was not creating a new style of leadership. I was just being my normal self. That's all. And these are all the kind of leadership practices which are being taught today in Harvard Business Reviews, writing of articles in the Hobbes or the MITs. These are exactly, my friends, the kind of leadership I led from day one of my policing. is all articles, because I read on leadership on every day. Every day I look for which is the latest article on leadership. और कभी कोई recognition पे एक chapter लिखा होता है, कोई team building पे लिखा होता है, कोई resilience पे लिखा होता है, कोई visibility पे लिखा होता है, कोई communication पे लिखा होता है. तो सारी चीज़ें तो मैं पहले दिन से कर रही हूँ. कम्युनिकेट भी कर रही हूँ, रेजिलियंट भी कर रही हूँ, रिकग्नाइज भी कर रही हूँ, टीम वर्क भी कर रही हूँ, कॉमराड कोलैबोरेशन एंड कम्युनिटी वर्किंग भी कर रही हूँ. These were all Greek and Latin in policing in 1975 when I started to do this. It was Greek and Latin. This is not the way to do it. But I did it. Much to the sometimes chagrin of my seniors. But वो कहते थे, ये नहीं सुनने वाली, इसको करने दो. Because they gave up. Why? Because there was so much of welfare-oriented policing which emerged. For the first time, there was welfare. I used to make sure वो family में गया कि नहीं, पुलिस वाला घर गया कि नहीं, अपने बच्चों का ध्यान रख रहा है कि नहीं, क्या वो बच्चे उसके स्कूल जा रहे हैं कि नहीं, क्या बच्चों को स्किल मिल रही है कि नहीं, किसी वाइफ को काम चाहिए तो काम उसको मिल रहा है कि नहीं. What was it? It was nothing but well-being. You are talking well-being now? I used to talk of well-being from day one. Because I felt कि जो मेरे साथ काम कर रहा है, जब वो दुखी है तो वो मैं क्या करूंगी उसे. मैं दुखी नहीं है, मैं चाहती हूँ सुखी हो. तो सुखी काम कर, नहीं तो जा रेस्ट. छुट्टी किसी की कैंसिल नहीं होनी, छुट्टी किसी की रिजेक्ट नहीं होनी. जाओ, तुम्हारे बिना काम हो सकता है. When they shared, she doesn't reject anybody's leave. हर एक को दे देती है. क्या होगा, मैं एक्स्ट्रा काम कर लूंगी, मैं करवा लूंगी, लेकिन मैं तुम्हें नहीं रोकूंगी. क्योंकि अगर तुम्हारी, तो कोई आदमी फालतू छुट्टी नहीं लेता था मेरे से. Look, these are all leadership practices, if you read, are all being taught today. Unfortunately, उस वक्त संगीता, उस वक्त ये एंगल को राइट नहीं कोई कर रहा था, रिसर्च नहीं कोई कर रहा था, और ये एक नया यही इसीलिए प्रिजन्स में यही हुआ. प्रिजन्स में यही एटीट्यूड गया मानवता का. Look, unfortunately, we had, through my policing methods and my crime prevention measures and rehabilitation, we were innovating leadership in India, in this part of the world. But there was nobody projecting it overseas, that it's homegrown, it's India. हमारा आइडिया वो छोटा सा रिसर्च बना के हार्वर्ड बिजनेस रिव्यू का आर्टिकल आता है, फिर हमें देते हैं कि इसको पढ़ लो. अरे मैं तो कर चुकी हूं, मैं तुम्हारा क्या पढ़ूं. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपका स्पोक्समैन कोई नहीं है, आपको मेंटर को प्रमोट नहीं कोई कर रहा, ना कोई पॉलिटिशियन प्रमोट कर रहा है गुड वर्क, ना आपको सीनियर प्रमोट कर रहा है. मत करो प्रमोट. मैंने देखा मेरे वर्क को किसी ने बाहर प्रमोट नहीं किया, बल्कि दबाने की कोशिश की. इसका बात पता ना चल जाए, इसीलिए तो जेल भेजा था कि ये छिप जाए, लुक जाए, गुम हो जाए, ताकि बाहर अखबार में पता मत आए. वो अखबार से, प्रिजन से बाहर न्यूज आने लग गई, क्योंकि हर टाइम 500 लोग जेल रोज शाम को जाते थे. वो 500 घर जब जा रहे हैं, वो बात नहीं करेंगे कि जेल में क्या हो रहा है. वो जाके बोलते थे, अरे मैडम रोज आती है, देखती पढ़ रहे हो कि नहीं पढ़ रहे, योगा किया कि नहीं किया, ब्रेड साफ थी कि नहीं, पानी मिला कि नहीं, सफाई हुई कि नहीं, तुमको कुछ नुकसान दुख तो नहीं, परिवार में कोई हेल्प चाहिए तो दे दो. डज एन आईजी प्रिजन आस्क अ प्रिजनर? बल्कि वो जाके पूछेगा ये रेपिस्ट है, ये टेररिस्ट है, इसको ठोको. मैंने कहा मुझे नहीं पता कौन सा टेररिस्ट है, ये रेपिस्ट है, मेरे पास तो इसकी जिम्मेवारी है सुरक्षा की. मैं इसकी सुरक्षा करूंगी और ऐसा माहौल देने की कोशिश करूंगी ताकि यहां से जाए, वापस मत आए, क्राइम दोबारा मत करे. बात आती. तो मैं वो सब कुछ लाऊंगी जो इसको सुधर जाए. इसीलिए वो सारे प्रोग्राम्स जो आप सुनते हो, वो सारे फिर से अखबारों में आने लगे, फिर से न्यूज में पेपर हेडलाइंस आने लगे. हेडलाइंस आते आते यहाँ के मैक्सेसे अवार्ड आ गया, विच इज इक्विवेलेंट टू नेशनल नोबेल पीस प्राइज. बहुत मुश्किल हुई मेरी सरकार को, मेरे उसके लीडर्स को बहुत मुश्किल हुई कि इसको तो ये भी आ गया, हमें नहीं आया, इसको आ गया. मुझे प्रेसिडेंट क्लिंटन से इन्विटेशन आ रहा है व्हाइट हाउस से, मेरे से पहली बारी, तो बोले मुझे बुला के, तब के होम सेक्रेटरी ने बुलाया. You see, this is the way these men used to deal. So this is the way I used to also deal with them. So मुझे बुलाया. So किरण, और 2 दिन टिकट भी आई, सब कुछ आया, नहीं परमिशन दी। तो मैं उसको पूछने गई कि मुझे बता दो मैं पैकिंग करूं कि नहीं करूं, तुम थोड़ी खर्चा कर रहे हो, सरकार का खर्चा थोड़ी है, व्हाइट हाउस ने टिकट भेजी। तो पहले कहते हैं, well please tell us why have you got the invitation? I said how do I know why they've invited me? So मैंने कहा so कुछ नहीं बोला, हाँ भी नहीं बोली ना भी नहीं बोली। मैंने सोचा पैकिंग करूं, लास्ट मिनट आ गया तो मैं पैकिंग कैसे करूंगी। मैं 2 सूटकेस अपने घर के बाहर पैक करके रखे हुए, कुछ नहीं बोला, हाँ भी नहीं बोली भी नहीं। मामा कह रहे हैं बेटा फिर तू जा रही है? ऐसे नहीं मामा मैं जेल जा रही हूँ, अपनी ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं। वो 2 सूटकेस बंद सूटकेस, आई वेंट बैक टू वर्क, आई डिड नॉट होल्ड इट बैक कि ये हुआ कुछ नहीं गया तो ना सही छोड़ो। अगले साल जब मैक्सिस अवार्ड आया वो इन्विटेशन फिर से आ गया, बिकॉज इट्स एन एनुअल प्रेयर ब्रेकफास्ट मीटिंग देयर, प्रेसिडेंट होल्ड्स एन एनुअल प्रेयर ब्रेकफास्ट मीटिंग जिसमें इमर्जिंग लीडर्स को वो बुलाते हैं। सो फिर से आ गया, फिर से ऐसे झट से अप्रूवल आई। लेकिन एक के बाद दूसरा जो इंटरनेशनल इन्विटेशन मुझे आने लगा, नेशनल समिट से, कोपेनहेगन से भी आया, मैं वहाँ पर गई। मैं कोपेनहेगन में समिट कर रही हूँ अटेंड, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की परमिशन से ही गई सब कुछ। लेकिन जाते ही मैं पहुँचती हूँ और मुझे ऑर्डर आया यू आर ट्रांसफर्ड आउट ऑफ तिहाड़ जेल फोर्थविथ मीन्स 1 मिनट भी मत रुको, अभी जाओ। डर था कि ये नहीं होगे कि एक दिन इसको दे दें तो ये कहीं जेल में जाके प्रिजनर्स को बोल दे बाय बाय मैं जा रही हूँ, हड़ताल हो जाएगी अंदर। तो फोर्थविथ अभी जाओ, तो मीन्स मैं अगर दोपहर को ऑर्डर आया तो अभी जाओ। दिस इज द वे थिंग्स वर, बट आई डिडंट बॉदर। ये आया तुम, मुझे पता है तुम क्यों कर रहे हो ये। लेकिन क्या हुआ, भगवान उसके बाद अपने नए रास्ते खोलता गया। सो आई थिंक द लीडरशिप विच यू लीव, care which you leave, skills which you leave, care, empathy which you leave, compassion which, and intention which you leave, goodwill which you leave, integrity which you leave, love and care which you leave, stays with them for all times to come. एक स्टोरी सुनाती बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग। एक नॉर्वेजियन प्रिजनर था, उसने मेडिटेशन प्रोग्राम विपश्यना का किया तिहाड़ जेल में। 10 दिन का साइलेंट था, हमारे 1000 का किया था हमने, 1000, वो हिस्ट्री बनी हुई है, हिस्ट्री है, वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री है। किसी प्रिजन में 1000 प्रिजनर्स इकट्ठे बैठ के मेडिटेशन नहीं किया कभी भी। मेरे 1000 ने किया, 20 नहीं, लोग बाहर की जेल में 20 लोग इकट्ठे नहीं कर सकते। मैंने 1000 का सामूहिक उसमें उसने भी किया करके कहता है अपने लॉयर को एक दिन कि मुझे कचहरी ले जाओ, I want to tell the court that I want to admit my guilt. तो लॉयर ने कहा पागल है, 10 साल की सजा हो जाएगी क्योंकि तेरे पास 10 किलो की हेरोइन थी। तो कहता कोई बात नहीं, I want to lighten myself, I want to come out free, I want to set myself free. तो कोर्ट ने कहा, जब इन द कोर्ट, now I'll have to speak English for you. No, it's okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Good to see you. But you missed a lot. You missed her. So, कोर्ट ने कहा, कोर्ट में जाके कहता है, सर I want to plead guilty so please sir, you give me the punishment as you want. He says, you know it is 10 years of life imprisonment. He says, sir, I'm willing to take, but I did have heroin when I came. I brought heroin. But sir, I have a point. You are punishing me only for 5 kgs of heroin. I brought 10. I want you to ask and investigate where are the other 5. And then the court convicted him, he went to jail. His news went into Norway television. Leo Gaznier, it's part of my book, It's Always Possible. Book में है. So उसकी writing में है सारा. तो उसने a Norwegian prisoner has been convicted and he admitted his guilt and he's been now convicted. It captured on Leo Gaznier's mother heard that. She heard that the son has been now convicted. She went to the president of the Norwegian, this country, saying, you are going to India, can you plead for his transfer to Norwegian prisoner so he could do the rest of the jail in Norwegian prison. So the Norwegian president came. He was fortunately coming. He came to India. It's not fiction. It's a true story. He came. He requested the president of India at that time about Leo Gasnier. Do you know what? The president of India pardoned Leo. They pardoned Leo. And he went back to Oslo as a free citizen. और वहाँ जाकर उसने मुझे बहुत सारे यूज गरम कपड़े भेजे बच्चों के लिए प्रिजन में. इतना कुछ भेजा वहाँ से. So this is how it was. Love, care, बिना मांगे कुछ के मेरे. Because prisoners and the policemen and prisoners, ये जब भी मैं उनके लिए कुछ अच्छा करती थी, उनको पता था कि इसके लिए अपने लिए कुछ नहीं मांग रही. ये हमारे लिए ही सोच रही है. लेकिन हमारे लिए डिफेंड भी करती है, गलती भी नहीं होने देती, हमको प्रोटेक्ट भी करती है, और ये हम इसमें ट्रस्ट भी कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक ट्रस्टिंग लीडरशिप इज द की टू चेंज इन गवर्नमेंट इन इंडिया एंड द वर्ल्ड. व्हाट इज वर्ल्ड सफरिंग फ्रॉम? ट्रस्टिंग लीडरशिप. कैन दे ट्रस्ट दैट लीडर? सो मोमेंट द लीडर कैन बी ट्रस्टेड, लोग उसकी जान भी देने को तैयार है. लेकिन जब ट्रस्ट नहीं करते तो सारे लंगड़ी टांग पे चलते हैं, कोई आगे पीछे एक आगे. दैट इज व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन द वर्ल्ड टुडे. Whether it's a corporate world, whether it's in the offices, whether it's a political world, and whether even trusting families, where you trust each other, it's a different relationship.
It's all your positive attitude, the care and empathy, I think, has transformed a lot of prisoners. And yeah, now I would ask you on the community policing. That was one of your key initiatives. So how do you see this role in today's law enforcement system? And also there is a question from some of the members on the women's safety, as why a woman cannot move freely without any fear, especially even in the daylight in India.
Both the questions are intertwined, actually seep into each other. They overlap. I'm a very strong believer of community policing. I say the policing is for people. Why should people not know what policing is about? And why should they not participate in policing and take responsibility? It will make things easier. Whereas we separate the two. We don't inform the people, why are we policing? What are we policing? What's our new plan? That is why every time any innovation I did, I informed the media. We are doing this so that people get to know and I can get their cooperation. That is what was termed by others as publicity hungry. Whereas mine was, I'm policing for people. People need to know the policy and the new innovation and the methodology so that they can share the responsibility. So we would have resident welfare associations, we would have Thana level committees, we would have police station levels. Every time we are meeting all the time, we would have Pradhan, the Panchayat meetings. So constantly involving people in, and also telling them the shortages we have. I don't have vehicles enough. I don't have manpower enough. I don't have communication enough. But yet we need to control crime. So I would tell them, you want crime control? I have only this much. I have only this much manpower. Then they would ask me, how can we do better? I'll say, these are the ways you can pitch in by personal responsibility. Like for instance, security systems, chowkidar systems, night patrolling, if you can't come. So I used to involve them to take. Similarly for women. Now women's security will get enhanced only where more and more women get employed and come into the roads. If only few women walk the streets, they become targets. But if there are more women mobility on the road, then there is the other person's chances of getting caught are higher. Second is civic services. Your road lighting, the bus service, the train service, the availability of the police, the positioning of the police control room vans. This enhances women's security. So if this is done, then you have enhancement. Of course, besides being parenting and grooming their boys better, but more mobility. 2 days ago, on the Women's Day, I was giving awards to the women bus drivers and women bus conductors. And I told the people that now I asked them, how many women bus drivers who are here do night driving? Why don't you, in fact, post the men during the day, but post the women in the evenings? Post the women on night shift. See, we'll see what happens. Put cameras in the buses, etc. And to me, that's the brave woman driver, brave woman conductor. We'll see what happens. Let's take a risk, because what will happen? When that bus driver is a woman, more women will get into the bus, rather than poor one woman who has to go. More women, because they feel secure in the bus. So I said the answer is not having women in daytime and men vulnerability at night. Switch them. Give them day posting, or make a team. Make a team. Let's ensure a woman conductor is there at night, and there's a male conductor also, and a woman driver, and put women, men together. Why do you isolate them? They said, and I said, next time when you give awards to women drivers and conductors, give it to those who did more night rounds and evenings and who were brave in preventing crimes this is what it is. It just needs. I also suggested one thing to the bus conducting association: hire transgenders. Why are transgenders just let me go and only clap around and beg? Transgenders are able-bodied men or a woman, doesn't matter. But they're able-bodied. Induct them as drivers. Why don't you induct transgenders as drivers? And they can be it's a wasted section of humanity. You can hire them as drivers who've got the muscle power to drive the buses. So these are innovative thinking will happen only if you want to find solutions.
True, ma'am. I think that's the best of the advice for all of us here. Now, I would come to some questions on the women empowerment. You broke gender barriers in police force. So what advice would you like to give to the young women who are aspiring to enter into the male-dominated professions?
Don't make the parents stop them. The ball is in the court, because the foundation for the girl for freedom, choice and purpose begins as a child, as a teenager, age 9, 10, 11. Just as responsibility of the boy also grows here, where he becomes a responsible support system at home and respects the elders and becomes very helpful and does things on his own. Similarly for the girl, all these is taking place the age when she's a teenager. So if the parents play that role of giving them responsible freedom, giving them a dream and a vision and a purpose, and making them more responsible choices, it makes all the difference. So the ball is in the court of parents, but girls have to take over this sense of responsibility, making responsible choices, and continue with the purpose. And marriage should not change them. Marriage should not change the purpose. In marriage, I'm making a radical suggestion, whether you like it or not. Why should girl be a migrant? She could decide, शादी से पहले मैं तुम्हारे घर आऊंगी कि नहीं, मैं देखूंगी. हम दोनों जने टर्न ले लेंगे, 1 महीना तू इधर आ जा, 1 महीने मैं उधर चली जा. हम 2 घर बनाएंगे, एक नहीं. तो वो, and if she's full-time employed and she needs a support system, कहाँ से मिलेगा ससुराल में? वो suddenly realize करेगी मेरे पास support system ही नहीं है, तो imbalance हो गया ना. Why should she become imbalanced when the balance is at home? Let the husband join in and share. So let them be. Don't force a woman to leave her own home. That's a choice which they should make at the time of marriage. क्या करना है? इकट्ठे रहना है, कोई नया घर बनाना है, तुम्हारे घर जाना है, तुमने मेरे घर आना है, ये पहले decide कर लो. So if we start doing this, it will bring a radical change, particularly for women for whom support system is critical. So it's a radical idea. I'm not saying you do this. I'm saying consider this thought, and when the marriage happens, that's the time to take a decision. जैसे अब फैसला होता है ना, डाउरी देनी नहीं देनी, कितना पैसा इधर देना है, कितना देना है, अब ये भी फैसला करें किसने किधर जाना है.
That's a good thing, ma'am. I think we are running out of time, so I'll just conclude with two more questions here. One is on what are some of the daily habits or practices that keep you motivated or focused?
One daily practice is I'm a master of my time. I time manage myself. I do what I feel like doing for the day. When I'm employed, I had no choice. I had to work on that purpose for which I'm employed and engage in our responsibility. Now the responsibility is mine. How I want to manage my own time, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, environmentally. These are my choices. So I make my daily choices. And they keep shifting, the priorities keep shifting, but the key is I am master of my own time.
That's good. Thank you, ma'am. The last question is, if you would implement one major reform in India today, what would that be and why?
I can do in many areas, but, well, it can be very airy. कौन सा area बताऊं? कौन सा area बताऊं? क्योंकि my experience is in reform, prevention, detection, administration, run the police, the administration of Pondicherry. I've done international peacekeeping. So the experience has been amazingly wide. कौन सा area? All need attention. All need innovation. All need all these things which I've showed you. All need leaders with integrity. All leaders need men and women, leaders who care for others, who don't lose the purpose for which they've come. Never forget the higher purpose for which you are wherever you are. Wherever you are. Whether you're in the private sector or in the public sector. And even for yourself. Don't forget the purpose of your higher purpose of your life. Rest gets managed.
Thank you, ma'am, for all the time. I think your journey has proved with your courage, discipline, and service can truly shape a better society. So thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all
very much for
being
all
so
your
kind
time.
and appreciative.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
an honor to have you.
I'm so
here
glad
and
I
your
heard
journey.
her before I spoke. She inspired me.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran Bedi and CA Sangeeta for such a powerful and engaging discussion. Her powerful words on the empowerment and freedom of women have truly resonated with us, igniting a renewed commitment to the pursuit of equality and independent spirit in every woman. To conclude this session, we will now play another inspiring video.
Marriage is not a compulsion. He is not supposed to be a blockade in your way. Then he's not the right person to be with. You're in bad company. Motherhood is a choice and must make very carefully because it affects the working woman the most. You think so? एक दिन mother बनना तो चलो, let's finish this. But I then realized that this is the biggest project of my life.
कोई भी तिहार जेल नहीं जाना चाहता था.
They posted me as a punishment posting. कुछ देर के बाद उन्होंने पछताया कि गलत जगह भेज दिया इसको. I was told to leave immediately, without delay.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर की गाड़ी टो कर दी.
बहुत आसान है. पॉलिसी बनाओ, स्टाफ को दे दो, नाउ यू इम्प्लीमेंट इट. मुझे वायरलेस में मैसेज आया, मैम प्राइम मिनिस्टर की गाड़ी भी आज उठ गई. मैंने कहा शाबाश, करो काम, जो करना है कर लो. Nothing to me.
No repercussions then?
Yes, there were repercussions. Within 2 months I was transferred.
Politics आपको पसंद नहीं आई ज्यादा?
Politics नहीं, politicians. Some of the Indian politicians who've strayed into the world of politics have contaminated.
Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. Now, it's now time to welcome another esteemed guest, a leader in the field of education and social development, our guest of honor, Dr. Siham Al-Harthi. Let us extend a heartfelt welcome to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Siham Ahmed Yousif Al-Harthi, as she graces the stage to share her inspiring journey and insights. Dr. Siham.
Let us extend a heartfelt welcome to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Siham Ahmed Yousif Al-Harthi, as she graces the stage to share her inspiring journey and insights. Dr. Siham Ahmed Yousif Al-Harthi is a visionary leader, CEO and founder of Siham Development and Investment, and a board member of the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. With over 25 years of experience spanning the public and private sectors, Dr. Siham is a strategic thinker and decisive leader, blending modernity, creativity, and a deep understanding of Omani culture with a global perspective. Holding a doctorate in business administration and multiple advanced degrees, including an MBA and leadership certifications from Oxford and Nottingham Trent University, she has spearheaded transformative projects such as Madinat Al-Irfan and driven policy reforms in Oman's real estate sector. A champion of women's empowerment and sustainable development, Dr. Siham has chaired numerous national committees and represented Oman at international forums. Her unwavering commitment to excellence and innovation continues to inspire progress across industries, making her a true role model for leadership and impact. On this special occasion of Women's Day, we are honored to have her empower us with her wisdom, experience, and unwavering commitment to creating a brighter future. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Siham.
We kindly welcome Dr. Siham to the stage. I invite CA Jay Duseja, Membership Committee Lead, along with CA Ashish Subedar, CPE Committee Lead of the Oman chapter of ICAI. CA Jay will extend a warm welcome by presenting a GIY kit, followed by CA Ashish, who will felicitate Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You have to identify this logo. Now here you have to identify which out of this is the correct logo. So these are some of the logos which look very familiar to us, but there is slight difference in these logos. So just identify the correct one. You have to write A or B. Whether it's A or B, you have to write the correct answer. I hope these are not the tricky ones. And you can identify those very easily because we see these logos on a day-to-day basis. Now this is a brand slogan. You have to complete the brand slogan and identify which brand is this. Now what we have done here is we have given you the pictures. You have to complete the slogan, brand slogan, and identify the name of the brand. I think so all women should know this. It is very easy for all ladies to identify this. So it's time up now and we are going to collect the quiz papers. I hope you enjoyed this quiz. Yeah. Now I will invite CA Anuradha ji to continue with the round 2 of this quiz.
Total time is 4 minutes. 25 questions, and you can answer in any order, and each answer has 10 score. For example, the sample question is king of what we love to cut during birthdays but getting solidified. The answer is caking. The king is with FA, pretending. Answer is faking. The questions are based similarly, and the last part in some of the questions is ring. It is either king or ring. And third sample is king of Joe, making fun. Answer is joking. So this is how it goes, and it is just 4 minutes. Have the papers been distributed? Yeah? Okay. The time starts now, 4 minutes. Hope the participants are answering quickly. Time is running. maybe 2 more minutes. Hurry up. In next 5 seconds, we'll collect the answer papers. Hurry up. Yeah, volunteers are coming to collect the papers. Participants, please cooperate. Please hand over the papers. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Harsha and Kezia are requested to be here to conduct the next round.
Good evening all. So the next game is going to be more interactive. It's called Say It But Don't Say It. Many of you may be familiar with the game. It's also called Taboo. But for the sake of the ones who don't know the rules of the game, I shall be reading it out again. One person from each team is required to come forward and they would be given a word which they would have to describe to their team members by using different words, not that word and 5 other words which are given to them. We will conduct a trial round so that you can understand this better. If the given words are used by the participant, then the team would be disqualified from the game. Use of vernacular language is not permitted. The words have to be described in English only. No charades, gestures, actions are permitted. The words should be guessed by using other words. It is not permitted to say that the word rhymes with or sounds like another word. It is also not permitted to use any initials or abbreviations for the word. For example, if the word is chartered accountant, you can't use CA. You can't say any part or form of the words on the card. For example, if the word is bride, you can't use the word bridal. Every team will be given 1 minute to guess the correct word. If they don't guess it within the given timeline, then it will get passed on to the next team and they will get 30 seconds to answer. If the word is guessed correctly by the first team, they will get 10 points. But if it gets passed on and the next team guesses it, they will get 5 points. CA Harsha will be monitoring the time and the winners. So all the best. Any questions? Yeah, we'll have a demo round. So maybe someone from team 1 can come forward.
Okay, I can use sentence. Okay. No, it's okay. This is just a trial round. So it's one word. Okay. It's a method of teaching. Study method. No, not virtual, not online. This method, like when I was in school, this method was used. It's a one word. It's a device. Go in your class. Yes. Blackboard. But actually, the thing is that I use the word school many times in my description, so I should have avoided that. So this is a trial round. At least I understood.
So I will, so the word was blackboard and the participant was not supposed to use the word black, school, right, classroom and teacher. So without using these 5 words, they have to describe and make the team members guess the correct word. So to avoid any commotion, please don't, only the team members are supposed to guess, not the others in the team. And you are losing out on points. If they don't guess it correctly, you can get the turn. Is it clear? Okay, can we have the first team?
In beads, something from C, something from pearl, Aage, something else, something I'm looking beautiful wearing,
Gold, diamond.
what I'm wearing right now,
Pearl necklace?
Pearl.
it's a necklace.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, next team. So team 1 gets 10 points. Can we have the second team?
Hi. Our Nagesh owns one. We have to go there. If we want him, Did you say? Yes.
Excellent. So the answer is studio. So 10 points to team 2. Team 3.
It saves the vegetable to get rotten.
Okay, 10 points to team 3. Team 4.
In summers, we use in Muscat.
Okay. Team 5.
This is a product of what? This is a वो किस में होता है? No. No, what you said? नहीं. This is a product of what? Paper. Paper is coming from? No. You already said it earlier. No. They said notebook. You written book. I think they're close.
Team 7.
Where do you get cookies from? Where do you get cookies and pastries from?
Bakery.
Team 7 gets disqualified because they used a word which is not supposed to be used, which is pastries. Okay, next team. Team 8.
Usually everyone try to work according to that. Means usually we all try to work according to that. What is that? We gave the answer. You did. They gave the answer actually. You didn't hear. So when you get up early in the morning, some other word for that. Usually all the ladies, they are very particular about their, no, about, nowadays everyone is very particular about their, what is Rujuta Divakar? Deity, yes, she got it. Red, different. Yes. Feeds baby, loses color. Eats shrimp, prawns.
So the word was flamingo, and the words that she couldn't use were bird, pink, long legs, and fly. Last team, right?
We travel by it. When we go home. Another name? Yes.
So this round has ended, and so we'll proceed to the next round. Thank you.
Kindly request Dr. Siham Harthi to the stage for his speak.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh for every strong woman today here, especially, and to everybody. Ramadan, and it's good to celebrate International Women's Day in Ramadan. It's very inspiring. And today I came late, but I was inspired with the powerful woman that was invited today. As a woman in business, I want to tell you that this day is not only a day to celebrate. It's a day to tell yourself that you are in the right way, that you are strong, that you are valued, and we should all support each other. Today I have a column in a Ru'ya newspaper. It's about Omani women, and I can share some of what I have written in that column. We have a Shura Council, which is a parliament. And for a long time, there was no woman elected to be in that parliament. We used to have 2 women at the first parliament, very long time. And since then, we have one also, I think, four series ago. And then we don't have any woman there. And everybody was upset why we don't have women. And is not included in the decision making. I have a question not for you, beautiful ladies, but it's for the gentlemen who are attending. I want the brave of you to tell me how much of your vision in work and life was inspired by your wife, your sister, your mother, your colleague, overall. Anyone? Any brave man who can share?
I must say that my role model is my mother. My mother had taught me everything in the life, what is called the value system. She is not educated. She just studied up to 4th standard. But the value system she has imbibed on me and all my 3 brothers and sister. Till date, believe me or not, we are staying separately, but one family. That value system, that's what she has imbibed. And same value system I inculcated in the corporate world also. This value system does not differ from your house to your corporate. If you're in a house, the value system is strong, and being a leader in the corporate, you will deliver much more, and you will respect your colleagues, and you'll know how to work as a team person. So for me, value, and value system, which I have learned from my mother.
Thank you. Anyone else from the back, maybe? No more brave.
Thanks. This is an excellent question. You might be seeing, I'm talking very much passionate about tourism and all this. Till few years back, I never thought of, such seriously about this tourism promotion and all. But I should admit that it's all came from my wife, Elizabeth. She did a sketchbook on, the Matra Cornish. Okay, so as she took a tour to the Matra Cornish with her granddaughter, and the scheme is, it is the complete Cornish has been picturized in the sketchbook, and that got me thinking, why can't we move? And so that's the inspiration which I got, when I'm talking about HTL and our hospitality, travel, leisure practice. I get the inspiration from her book. Okay, so thanks. Yeah, that book is being.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Elizabeth. The main aim behind this question was that woman is not only a working woman who we should celebrate. Woman is a multi-purpose human being. She's a mother, she is an active social worker, and she's doing her job. There is a lot of commitment, and she cannot say no to any of this. She has the patience, she has the time, and she can manage. Mother alone, it's a very difficult and insensitive role. Raising an educated kids, it's not an easy job. And still, she can do that, and she can do more. We, Arab, we have a say that behind each successful man, there is a woman pushing him. But after every successful woman is herself and her and whatever she sacrificed to be in that position. But after all, I just want to share these words with you. Congratulations for the International Women's Day, and I hope that you enjoy today your day. Thank you, everybody.
Next is the certificate distribution for Omani CFO program. We kindly request to have the AI, please.
Welcome to the journey of empowering financial leadership, the Omani CFO Mentoring Program, a proud initiative of the ICAI Oman chapter in collaboration with the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, OCCI. Here, inspiration meets expertise to shape the future of finance professionals in Oman. Launched in 2023, this transformative program nurtures the strategic leadership skills of Omani nationals, creating a platform where tomorrow's chief financial officers are shaped today. Under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Faisal Abdullah Al Rawas, and supported by ICAI leadership, this initiative has already made waves by mentoring over 170 aspiring professionals across Salalah, Muscat, Sohar, and Barka. With a meticulously crafted curriculum developed by over 40-plus seasoned experts, the program spans 8 comprehensive modules, from resource management to strategic business planning, offering a holistic approach to financial leadership. Module 1, Knowledge about the company and general understanding. Module 2, Existing financial and accounting system. Module 3, Resource management activity. Module 4, Operation management. Module 5, Funding and its management. Module 6, Budgets and strategic business plans and risk management. Module 7, Revival of SIC units and investment strategy. Module 8, Compliance and legal matters and leadership development. Each session builds essential competencies for navigating the complexities of today's dynamic business landscape. But more than just knowledge, this program is about fostering a mindset for innovation and leadership. At the heart of this success are our dedicated mentors. With decades of expertise, they are the guiding force behind each participant's growth, sharing invaluable industry insights and experiences. Our mission is clear: to cultivate the next generation of financial leaders who will steer Oman's economy towards a prosperous future. With each batch, we witness the transformative power of mentorship and collaboration. As we celebrate the successes of the Salalah, Muscat, Sohar, and Barka batches, we look forward to the future, continuing our journey of nurturing talent and driving excellence. The ICAI Oman chapter, an unwavering partner in Oman's journey towards financial empowerment. Together, we build leaders who not only see numbers but envision possibilities. The future of finance in Oman starts here.
May I kindly request all CFO Omani program members to be in the hall for the certificate distribution ceremony as their names are called upon. Now, I kindly request Dr. Siham Al-Harthi and CA Gaurav Kapoor, Chairperson Oman Chapter of ICAI, to have the distribution ceremony. CA Piyush Jain, kindly request CA Piyush Jain to be in the stage for certificate distribution. CA Sainuddin, kindly request CFO program members to be in the hall. CA Sainuddin, CA Sujal Shah, CA Sainuddin, CA Sujal Shah, CA Nadvora, Nat. CA Sujal Shah. CA Sujal Shah. CA Sujal Shah. CA PR Subramanian. CA PR Subramanian. CA John Sikaria. CA John Sikaria. And finally, CA Navin Kumar. Now, I kindly request CA Davis sir, founder of Oman chapter of ICAI, to felicitate Dr. Siham Al-Harthi. moment, I invite Mrs. Soni Budia, wife of our esteemed member, CA Anand Budia, to present printouts of the commemorative postal stamp designed by her to our distinguished guest. This remarkable stamp, celebrating the strong bond of friendship between India and Oman, was officially released on December 15, 2023 in Delhi by Sri Vineet Pandey, Secretary Post, and Mr. Abdul Salam Al-Murshidi, President of Oman Investment Authority. Let's applaud Mrs. Sonia Budia for this beautiful creation.
इनवाइट ये इसका नहीं प्राइस कौन सा था इसका था Valentine Day. Now we are going to do the most awaited prize. We are going to declare because we had a competition for the Valentine Day and we had got overwhelming responses, very beautiful pictures for the occasion which actually described the Valentine Day. And it is very good to know that our members also celebrated the Valentine Day and shared the beautiful pictures with all of us. So now we are going to declare the prizes, and the prizes, 2 prizes are being declared. It would be given to Mr. and Mrs. Anup Gupta. Anup Gupta, a big round of applause for Shikha and Anup. The next is for Onkar Bhutada. CA Onkar. Congratulations. Many congratulations. Let's give them a big round of applause.
I now invite CA Unmesh Bomi to recite a beautiful poem penned by him in honor of Dr. Kiran Bedi ji.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I wish Kiran ji would have been here to... It was planned, but then it didn't work out as per the plan. Yeah, she has requested for the recording. So, pardon my Hindi, it's not my mother tongue. कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो जाए तो समझ लीजिए. Sorry, madam, it is in Hindi. I'll send you the translation also. माननीय किरण बेदी जी, इंट्रोडक्शन है ये. न्याय, सुधार और सशक्तिकरण के प्रति आपकी अडिग प्रतिबद्धता लाखों को प्रेरित करती है और आपके अद्वितीय सफर को इस सम्मान के रूप में प्रस्तुत करना हमारे लिए गर्व की बात है. तो पहली पंक्ति है, जेलों को सुधारने वाली सड़कों पर इंसाफ है. जेलों को सुधारने वाली सड़कों पर इंसाफ है. हर मुश्किल से लड़ने वाली एक नई मिसाल है. हर मुश्किल से लड़ने वाली एक नई मिसाल है. नाम नहीं, किरण सिर्फ नाम नहीं, एक प्रेरणा है वो. नारी शक्ति की परिभाषा है वो. कानून का पालन हो यही उसका प्रण था. कानून का पालन हो यही उसका प्रण था. हर अन्याय के आगे वो खुद ही एक रण था. कानून का पालन हो उसका ये प्रण था. हर अन्याय के आगे वो खुद ही एक रण था. वर्दी में रहकर हिम्मत की राह दिखाई. वर्दी में रहकर हिम्मत की राह दिखाई. हर बेटी को अपने हक की आवाज सुनाई. हर बेटी को अपने हक की आवाज सुनाई. तिहाड़ के अंधेरे में उम्मीद की किरण जलाई. तिहाड़ के अंधेरे में उम्मीद की किरण जलाई. कैदियों को शिक्षा, योग और सम्मान दिलाई. कैदियों को शिक्षा, योग और सम्मान दिलाई. सिर्फ डंडे से नहीं, सुधार से शासन किया, सिर्फ डंडे से नहीं सुधार से शासन किया, हर दीवार के पीछे के इंसान को पहचाना, हर दीवार के पीछे छुपे इंसान को पहचाना। लास्ट पंक्ति है, अब भी सेवा में देश का नाम ऊंचा कर रही, शी इज आई थिंक 75 प्लस, अब भी सेवा में देशा का नाम ऊंचा कर रही, सच्चाई ईमानदारी की ज्योत जला रही, हर नारी को सिखा रही है हौसले की बात, हर नारी को सिखा रही है हौसले की बात, है किरण, किरण मीन्स अ रे, है किरण पर खुद में पूरा एक सूर्य समात, इट्स लाइक अ सन। थैंक यू किरण जी, I hope you like it. Thank you very much. We should give a big round of standing ovation to Kiran ji, though she is not here. May I request everybody to give her a standing ovation, please? And then let's clap loud for her, please. Please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Unmesh ji. Next, I would like to invite CA Piyush Jain, CFO Al Tasnim, to share his testimonials as a member of Omani CFO program conducted by Oman chapter of ICAI.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, good evening, everybody. Are you with me? Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my testimonial. I have been associated with the Omani CFO program from last 2 years. Indeed, it is a very good initiative taken by our chapter, and all I could say is that I would encourage more and more people to participate in this good cause. A lot of people have asked me that what inspired me and how I am taking time out of my busy schedules to come into Omani CFA program. So what inspired me was, of course, giving back to the society. But there are various other reasons which all of you can look upon for Omani CFA program. Of course, giving back to society is one reason. It gives you an opportunity to network with a lot of CA fellows as well as Omani nationals. Very important thing, it gives you a time to refresh your knowledge and improve your skill sets. You may go through some of the new accounting standards, you may go through some case studies which is happening in the world, and it will help you to enrich your knowledge. So I would request all members to participate actively in this program so that Institute can deliver more and more programs like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Piyush ji. I request everyone to be here as there is a mega raffle draw coming up with an exciting prize of SUV car and lunch in Mumtaz Mahal. So please be patient and be in the hall for some more time. Now comes the moment we have been waiting for, the announcement of quiz winners. I kindly request CA Sarida to announce the quiz results.
So the wait is over, and the first prize, any guesses? Who has won the first prize? So it is Shilpa ji's team who has the first prize after counting the scores of all the rounds. And the second prize goes to Asta ji's team. So congratulations to the winner. And we will be having the distribution. So runners-up have come first to collect the prize.
And now finally comes the exciting moment, the mega raffle draw. Kindly request everyone to be seated. I request CA Gaurav Kapoor, Chairperson, Oman chapter of ICAI to announce the winner of Mega Raffle Draw. Congratulations, Mr. C.A. Smith Subhash Arora.
As you all know that we had the first GCC seminar in January, and we had couple of volunteers who had tirelessly helped to make the GCC seminar a success. And we had some games and some entertainment for the volunteers. And one of the prizes was for Vanaja Rani. So we request Vanaja Rani to kindly come forward and take the prize. And request CA Gaurav Kapoor, Chairperson of ICAI Oman chapter, to do the honors. Thank you.
Thank you. As we near the conclusion of this remarkable evening, I now invite CA Nalini Subramanian to deliver the vote of thanks and express our gratitude to everyone who made this event a grand success.
Very big heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Kiran Bedi, Dr. Siham Harthi and CA Priti Savla for significantly highlighting women's leadership within our profession. Big hand of applause to the entire organizing committee. Thank you for your dedication, hard work and meticulous planning. A heartfelt appreciation to our members and spouses of our members whose support and encouragement made such a gathering very special. As we are gathered here during the blessed month of Ramadan, let us embrace the spirit of reflection, gratitude, and generosity that this holy month teaches us. It's time to strengthen our bonds, uplift one another, and appreciate the values of compassion and unity. Thank you all once again and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, CA Nalini Subramanian, for your kind words. And it is now time to have a delight for dinner. And thank you for all being part of this incredible evening. Thank you.